Being a member at Brucemore means being engaged with the mission. Brucemore is a unique cultural entity in Cedar Rapids and in eastern Iowa. It is not only an historic site, an historic house museum, but it's also a community cultural center. We have a range of program options and events and tours that really enliven the space and bring people through our gates, but it's all against the backdrop of the history of the site. And what's fascinating for us is that the history of the site really reflects the history of the region, its industrial growth, its people, its communities, and there's no other entity like Brucemore in Iowa.
I bring my third graders at least once a year, usually in April maybe, because we've just finished studying the Titanic, and also part of our social studies curriculum talks about the history of Cedar Rapids and the community. And so many of the families here started the industries and Quaker Oats and things, so we use it as a end of the year follow-up. It's very important to how a community starts out and continues to grow, and also the importance of giving back to your community. And I like the idea of how they can see how technology advanced through the different families, and just invaluable.
There are always opportunities to become engaged with Brucemore in a number of different ways. I think we serve a variety of audiences. People who come for plays and for theater, people who come for musical events and concerts, people who come to explore the site, the mansion, the outbuildings, the gardens and grounds, the historic landscape.
Yeah. My favorite part of volunteering at Brucemore is it's not just a museum, it's also a community center, so it's a place where Cedar Rapids can really get together and kind of interact and have a lot of fun on the grounds.
Brucemore is definitely an active place. It's not just a stoic or static mansion up on the hill. People who love history and who love architecture and who love exploring the stories of our past are going to find an awful lot here to enjoy, but it's also a very vibrant place. There's nothing like seeing a concert, there's nothing like hearing live music against that backdrop. Those that really make the Brucemore experience second to none.
I think a lot of people come here for several reasons. If you just drive by or walk by the front of the mansion, it looks like a park, and people love to spend a day walking, picnicking, spending time here, which you can do here at Brucemore. And Brucemore is very rich in local history, and they have ties to now famous people such as Grant Wood, Marvin Cohn. And so it ties all those things together to have a rich culture.
In the tradition of the children who grew up here, we love seeing the community bring their children here, families coming to expose their children to the arts, to theater, to history. And against that backdrop, Brucemore is a perfect place for a family.